Linda looks great. It's everywhere I am. Hey, Linda. Oh, yeah. Oh, Louisiana, like a river on the land. Loving you is all I do. It's everywhere I am with you.
This is Tim DeMang. Let's give him a hand. Welcome, Tim. That's okay. You can play all day if you want. Good morning, everyone. And welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Carlsbad. A wonderful place to be on Sunday morning. And welcome to all of you out there in La La Land watching us online. You're a part of our community and we welcome you too. We like to begin every week by saying this is a teaching, not a preaching. And we offer tools for each person to use in their own way, at their own time, to elevate the level of their living. It's a beautiful teaching. And so today we say we don't come down here to bow down to something outside of ourselves. We come here to learn how to live up to something inside of ourselves. And we begin each Sunday with a spiritual mind treatment, which is a very innovative methodology for accessing a spiritual truth. We use our mind and our voice to do it. We give our mind a treatment of spiritual truth. So let's begin. If you want to close your eyes, if that's comfortable for you. We always begin by recognizing that there is one power, one something, one incredible intelligence, being the universe and everything in it, pouring itself in and out of form just for the joy of it, just for the fun of it, just because it can't do anything but move from the visible, the invisible to the visible, from the possible to the seen, that this power is ever becoming in a kind of universal dance of consciousness. It makes everything out of itself by becoming the thing it makes, and it is being each one here, individualized as us, personified as us, expressing by means of us. And so all that this power is that we attribute to the Spirit, love, joy, peace, vitality, intelligence, creative energy, joy. These are the qualities that are ours to use. These are the qualities of being that belong with us, that are our spiritual birthright, and they are in evidence now in this room through each and every one of us. They are ours to give. They are ours to circulate. They are ours to bring out into the world and prove the truth that spirit is all there is. It's right here and right now, as me, as you, and as all of us. So today, we welcome an awakening. We welcome an insight, an aha, a revelation, or even a healing. This morning, something changes. For these words, these truths are transformational in nature. They are not happy talk. They are scientific, ancient truths spoken in modern language, and we accept them, use them, make them our own. And so we begin with cheerful anticipation of a wonderful time together today. We are grateful for this place, each other, this teaching, its founders, and we just let everything unfold from the inside out. And so it is. All right. I want to begin by saying that our beloved Reverend Kate is having an opportunity to get some deep needed rest and time off. She'll be back soon. I spoke to her yesterday and she's doing very, very well. So we're going to begin with our opening song. And Tim, you're going to tell us the lyrics because I don't know this one.
It's real easy. You'll catch on. Just...
Why don't we stand?
Spirit is around us like a rainbow around the sun. The Spirit is around us like a rainbow around the sun. Oh, the Spirit is around us. The Spirit is around us. The Spirit.
This morning is in your program. Let's say this like we've never said it before, like we just now got it, okay? There is one life, both visible and invisible, one presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect love and perfect intelligence. I am an individualized expression of all that it is. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect intelligence. And now, here's Tim again.
You got me singing all day long, singing the hallelujah song. You got me singing, even though the news is bad. You got me singing, yeah, the only song I ever had. You got me singing. Oh yeah, ever since the river died, you got me thinking, oh, the places we could hide. You got me singing, oh, singing, even though the world is gone. You got me thinking I'd like to carry on. You got me singing, even though it all looks grim. You got me singing the hallelujah hymn. Yeah. Yeah, got me singing all day long, singing the hallelujah song. You got me singing, yeah, like a prisoner in a jail. You got me singing. This is my best part, like my pardons in the mail. You got me wishing, oh, our love would last. You got me thinking, like those people of the past. You got me singing even though the world is gone. You got me thinking I'd like to carry on. You got me singing even though it all went wrong. You got me singing the hallelujah song. I'm singing all day long, singing the hallelujah song. I'm singing the hallelujah song.
Yeah. Thank you, Tim DeMang. You know, that's wonderful when someone's singing. Every face was smiling. Just a great song. Thank you, Tim. My title today is The Perception of Perfection. Try saying that 10 times fast. Cannot be done. I'm going to start with a quote from a scientist. I swear I didn't make this up. Who said, "The universe is very strange. It's stranger than you imagine. It's stranger than you can imagine." That's quite a comment. But it's true. We live in a mystery. We've penetrated some of the mysteries, and there's always more. We have to accept the fact that many aspects of our life is a mystery. But we can learn how that mystery affects us personally. And that's kind of what this teaching is about. It's how to interact with these universal principles that work for everyone in our own way. Because, and here's something that I never thought about until I came into this teaching. I think we sensed it when we were young. And that is, we live in two realities at the same time. We know this one very well, the physical reality. It's very seductive and very convincing. And it's easy to think, this is it. And most of the world does think that. This is all there is. But as Ernest Holmes said, who's the founder of this teaching, it's only as real as it needs to be. Gosh, that made me feel good when I read that. You mean I'm not stuck? It's only as real as it needs to be to give us the experience that somehow we are demonstrating, that somehow we are unconsciously co-creating, and that personal experience can be changed. It's only as real as it needs to be. And that is something we can't really understand until we discover the other reality that is the cause of this one. This is an effect. Everything we see is an effect of an old idea, a previous idea. And many of those ideas are still active. And that's why there seems to be repetition in our life. Down through the ages, human beings have made up all kinds of stories about that other reality, giving it names and placing it somewhere. How they perceived it to be. And the science of today, quantum physics, says our reality really is based on our perception. I remember one time I met a man named Dr. Irving Oyl in Hawaii. He was a physician, but he had become enamored of quantum physics. And he said something, I just couldn't even let it go in my brain. It was too much for me at that time, 30 years ago. He said, there's no objective world out there. There's only quivering potentials, and we shape them with our perception. And it takes an apprehending mind to experience anything. And if you do not perceive it, you will not experience it. Oh my God, that's good news and bad news. That's big news. Perception is everything. I recently received an email from a friend in Canada where I used to live, and she said, oh, we had some of those big white fluffy snowflakes you used to love. Too bad you have to miss them. And I wrote back and I said, I replaced them with big white fluffy foamy surf. It's all perception. That, you know, there's so many beautiful places to live on the planet. We should love all of them. We should perceive all of them as the Garden of Eden, if you will. So there are so many ways that we can perceive perfection. And sometimes it's in the middle of what the world would call imperfect. When I look at the news, I say, my God, something good is trying to happen here. Everything's coming undone. I talk about this a lot because it's a timely subject. Things are coming apart so something new can come together. And it must, if the human race is to survive. I heard something really cool the other day. Scientists drilling in the bottom of the ocean have discovered fresh water. A lot of it. An aquifer, they say, stretches from New Jersey to Maine, and that's probably just the beginning. So we're not going to run out of water. You see how nature takes care of us? It sounds egocentric, but I really think it's like that. Life is for us, never against us. So the perception of perfection is not a touchy-feely spiritual platitude. It is seeing through the appearance and judging righteously, as the great master teacher taught. One of the greatest pieces of advice ever given the human race. See through the appearance and judge it righteously. In other words, see through the appearance and know that behind every form is an animating power of intelligence fueled by love, and what you're looking at is just a misplaced use of it. You see, Spirit doesn't intervene. It doesn't look down and say, Carol, I wish you wouldn't do that, honey. That's not good for you. No, it doesn't. Spirit is being us for the experience of having itself revealed in this dimension. It's also having the wisdom to cherish the temporariness of life. Everything is temporary. As the Buddhists say, nothing is permanent. Celebrate the temporary, or relax, knowing it's all temporary. Things are changing. Everything is constantly changing. I'm staying at a friend's house here. I drive up from El Cajon every week. And she has a lot of plants. I mean, a lot of plants, and it surrounds the whole house. I never saw so many potted plants in my life. And I haven't had a yard in years to putter in, and I discovered I like pulling weeds. Isn't that weird? And yeah, so I water all the time. I just love watering. And overnight there were new blossoms that weren't there the day before. And her plumeria tree is budding. Oh my gosh, I love it because I used to live in Hawaii. And anyway, the message I got from that is it's just constantly changing and evolving, and all you have to do is take a little care of it. That's true of our mind. Take care of the mind. The mind needs watering, it needs light, it needs nutrients, and those are good thoughts. Those are higher thoughts than we're even living. That's what elevates our mind, is when we speak the truth as if it were so now, even if we're not experiencing it. That's how you change things. That's what spiritual mind treatment is for. I'm going to be teaching a class about this come October. I hope you'll take it because it's a fabulous tool to learn the art and science of spiritual mind treatment. So everything has its time, its color, its inhabitants, and then it dissolves imperceptibly into a new version of itself. And so it is with us. Are you the same as you were when you were 15? You're the same self, but you have different ideas, a different sense of life, right? You've learned some things. Or when you were 20 or when you were 3. We're more like we were when we were first born. Really, that's who we really are inside. So why rail against everything? It'll all change eventually. In the meantime, if we can be of real help in the world, actually guiding a new vision into experience, then that's good. We need to get involved. We're not talking about sitting home, blah, blah. We're talking about enlivening our sense of who we are so that we can choose where to be to bring a greater peace and love and joy into experience, and doing it in our own way. And if the only thing we can do is see a brighter future, a vision in our mind, that's also a very powerful action, because everything begins in mind. So let's not deceive ourselves by thinking that anger makes beauty or resignation creates peace. They don't. We need to be actively positive regardless of what we see out there. Let's perfect our perception and not be fooled by the passing scene. The power is in the observer. So let's make this very personal today. We are the observer of everything. Therefore, we're the decider of what it means. We give meaning to everything. Someone said to me once, Dr. Carol, what's the meaning of life? Like I would know. I said the meaning of life is to give meaning to life. And we do it all the time. We're constantly saying what that means. It's highly individualized. And when we agree, we have a tribe. When we agree, we have a community, or we have a Democratic Party or a Republican Party or whatever. The people agree on certain things. So we're the observer. So the next version of you and me is predicated on your current perception of, and I'm going to give you 3 things, what you believe you are worthy of. We'll be talking about that in the prosperity workshop this afternoon. Number 1, the next version of you is predicated on your current perception of what you believe you are worthy of. Are we worthy of great health? Are we worthy of financial freedom? Are we worthy of love and joy and harmonious relationships? Are we worthy of a world that works for everyone? 2, what you believe is possible. There it is, because that's the one where people fall down. That'll never happen because he's in charge. Don't go there. Anything is possible with a mind that can perceive it and gather the energy to start a movement. And it all begins, as Emerson said, every revolution began with one person who had an idea. Everything begins in mind. 3, how you relate to the universal aspect of your own being. This is the most important. We have a local perception and a non-local perception. I'm going to put it another way. We have a local use of mind and a non-local use of mind. They're both present all the time. The local one observes the world. It sees the obstacles, it sees the limitation, it sees the reasons, the meaning for its experience, and it has that faculty to protect itself, to survive, to keep the physical self alive and well, among other things. The local mind perceives the objective world through its own perception. The non-local mind sees only possibility. The non-local mind sees the self, that we are as beautiful, capable, lovable. It perceives us through the lens of perfection. I thought of some things we could say out loud this morning as I was driving here. And I invite you to repeat this after me. I am mentally alert. I am emotionally stable. I am physically well. I am financially free. See, all those things are coming from the non-local awareness of what is true. These are all true about us. Have we actualized them yet? Maybe not, maybe some, probably a version of them, but we can always do more. That's what this is about. It's not about right and wrong. It's about expanding our expression and thereby expanding our world and our experience in it, and it's available to everyone. So there are spiritual practices that move our local mind into communion with the non-local mind. It's like a figure 8. I always do this. The infinities thing is like the sound of infinities. But I do this for the local mind communing with the non-local. You could say talking to God if you've heard that word. I don't use it too much because it's such a trigger. But the local mind communes with the higher mind all the time, but usually, unless we've trained our mind to go there, we stay down here. We circle around and around and around and around in the local mind with reasons and meanings and excuses and all that stuff. That's just normal. Don't get mad at yourself for doing that. We all do it. But we get a method, we get a tool, we learn something that gives us the possibility of going there. When I first learned meditation, my whole world changed. I mean, from the inside out. I could not believe how I perceived life differently, almost in the first meditation. If you're not meditating every day, you're working too hard. Life can be so much easier if you commune with that higher awareness every single day. And let it inform. It will inform us. And that means instead of getting the idea of, oh my God, what am I going to do? You get an idea of, I think I know what I'm going to do. That's how it works. Instead of fear, you get, it'll be fine. And it's not, as I said, these are not happy talk spiritual platitudes. This is the stuff of transforming the mind from the local to the non-local. Very, very important that we do that. So we want to be in conversation. Ernest Holmes, the founder of this teaching, wrote a little book called Can We Talk to God? When I first heard that, I went, oh, please, no, God's not a man in the sky. I was right. I was still there. And railing against the old. But I read it, and it's like, that's what he's talking about. Is take your local perception to the non-local level, and you will see everything differently, including yourself. So the goal, this is two aspects of one mind. It's not two minds. We just don't want to, that's just so we can talk about it. The goal is to be continually informed by the non-local so that our perception can see through the appearance of limitation to the power that is right there, present, and available. It doesn't intervene. It doesn't teach lessons, but it's always accessible, always available. It's just there, waiting for us to turn to it, and is quite content. We have to initiate the conversation, in other words. We have to initiate the conversation. And we do that through asking for help. We do that for saying, I don't know what to do. We do that for saying, there must be a better way for me to live. Any time we acknowledge there's more, the spirit responds. It's quite content. People don't like this, but it's true. Because we're stuck in that old image of God. It's, being a nice man in the sky, sometimes nice, not always. And that it's going to intervene and help us when we're in trouble. It thinks it's all good, if it thought. But it doesn't, because it's being us, coming through us. It's quite content to let us wander around lost in the world of illusion, for that is a kind of perfection too, as far as the universe is concerned. That's what people mean when they say it's all good. Spirit thinks it's all good because it's experience. We could say God made everything out of itself by becoming the thing it makes so it can experience itself. Otherwise, it couldn't. It had to individualize. It had to personify. Okay? So the infinite waits for us to turn to it. Do you remember the story of the prodigal son? It's probably one of the best stories ever told, one of the greatest metaphors for human experience ever told. I'm not going to tell the whole thing because it's too long, but it has to do with a young Jewish boy who demanded his inheritance from his father, and he left home and spent it all and wound up feeding the pigs, which is a horrible thing for a Jewish boy. And he thought, I can't do this anymore. You ever been to that place? I can't do this anymore. I cannot go on anymore. That's where he was. He decided to go home. And he went on a long walk. And once he turned to go home, he looked down this path, and his father was coming his way. His father came to meet him. No judgment. You know what he did? He threw him a party. He gave him a big party to celebrate his homecoming. No judgment. That's how spirit responds to us. It doesn't judge. It doesn't know anything about our past. It only knows what we claim now. And it says, yes, my beloved, it is my good wish to give you the kingdom. And the kingdom is within. The kingdom is within. We only have to turn in its direction. You do that with your mind. And that is away from the world of form and into the realm of infinite possibilities. And that is where the answers exist. That is where our own potential is alive and quivering with energy, just waiting for us to make something out of it. And that is where we are one with our own perfection. So I'm going to close today with a great quote from Jalaluddin Rumi, the Persian poet, who said, "Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there." And so it is.
Oh, yeah, time after time, you can read the signs with our hearts and our dreams on the line. And if someone has a light, you better shine it every night. For our hearts and our dreams are on the line. For our hearts and our dreams are on the line. And there are soldiers in the cold whose spirits have been sold, with their hearts and their dreams on the line. And there's nowhere left to run, for the children all have guns, with their hearts and our dreams on the line. With our hearts and our dreams on the line. Oh, and have you heard the news? There is nothing left to lose, with our hearts and our dreams on the line. And you won't feel the sting until you hear the angel's wings, with our hearts and our dreams on the line. With our hearts and our dreams on the line. Oh, so we must tell the youth to always speak the truth, for their hearts and their dreams are on the line. And that everyone has a light, so shine it every night, for our hearts and our dreams are on the line. For our hearts and our dreams are on the line. For our hearts and our dreams, well, they're on the line. With our hearts and our dreams on the line.
right, it's time for conscious giving. My program. The ushers will begin making their way up front. I always like to say, this is not an offering. It's not giving money to God. It's supporting this center. It is a conscious choice to participate in the financial wealth of this center, that we might go forward, expand our services, and perhaps one day have our own building. Who knows? I think, why not? And all right, so today we like to say it together, and it's in your program, if you'll join me now, as you get ready to release a portion of your good into circulation. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I am, and all that I give. I know this is so, and so it is. And while we're moving, go ahead. We'll sing our little song. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you so much for your support. And on the back of your program, you'll find ways that you can give in other ways: Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, website, credit cards, check. Well, we do it all. Cash is good too. And so thank you so much. Now, I don't have a script because I didn't get one from Kate, but there are announcements. And our beloved Daryl, the tech whiz of the world, is getting it ready. He created these things. There we go. It's birthday Sunday. Anybody have a birthday today? When? Oh, right. And it was Kate's birthday on August 30th. I didn't even know it. I felt bad about that. And it's your birthday?
Well, you guys have the same birthday.
Oh, you had the same birthday as Kate? All right. Well, happy birthday. All right, let's sing it.
Oh.
Happy birthday
Let's see what keeps. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay, many more, many more. All right, are we ready, Daryl? Almost? This is new, so bear with us. It's a learning curve. I've learned so much in the last 10 years about techie stuff that I never thought I would be doing. There we go. The birthday party was today. So can I click now? This is my first time using this, so bear with me. Potluck lunch. The third Sunday, that's 2 weeks from now. Do come. We have a good time. People bring wonderful things. And September is Prosperity Month at Center for Spiritual Living Carlsbad. Learn the art of abundance thinking, best practices for lavish living from many voices. So Reverend Kate and I are going to alternate, and then as soon as she gets back, she'll do hers. I'm going to do the first one today, and I think that's the next one. Yes. Prosperity Month Workshop number 1, facilitated by me. What's love got to do with it? Well, we're going to find out. And it's free will donation. We'll start at 11:30. We're going to create a circle. I've got clipboards and paper and pencils. Love to have you all stay for that. I think it's going to be wonderful. All right. And we're going to start a class in October, The Art and Science of Spiritual Mind Treatment. I have said many times is one of the greatest things I've learned in my whole life. And it's very effective. It is a tuition class. It's accredited class with Centers for Spiritual Living International. And you can register. Daryl made some registration forms. They're out in front. Pick one up, and also online. Everything can be done online these days, right? Anybody have a question? Just come and talk to me afterwards about it. And I think that's it. Yes? No? Maybe so. Okay. I think we did pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Now the candle lighting. We like to close with a little ritual. We're pretty much ritual free in this teaching, except for birthday parties. But we'd like to do a little. I don't know if Kate lined anyone up to light them. Do you want to do it? Who wants to light the candles? Okay, we got all kinds of people. Okay, don't fight. Udi's coming up. And I have to switch it up because I don't have her script. So I think it's time we light a candle for freedom. Freedom is the nature of life. It is the best thing about life, is to be fully free to express ourselves without any sense of wrongdoing. Just let ourselves be known for the free spirit that we are. So let's say it together. I am free. I am free. We're going to light a candle today for peace. Peace is the space between thoughts. It's the space between your breathing. It's the launching pad where everything starts, if it's begun from that place. So I'm affirming today that the space between the thoughts of the world's people has now dropped into that peace place that becomes the starting point for all the policies and decisions that are made. Let's say it about ourselves. I am peace. And I think we need to light a candle for justice. And justice is a spiritual quality. Justice is a recognition that everything is one. Justice comes from the idea that all people are equal, of equal value, regardless of their background, race, creed, color, religion. All human beings are God expressing, spirit expressing, the one life expressing, and all people deserve justice. So let's say it out loud. I believe in justice. I believe in justice. And of course, we're going to light a candle for love. Love is the best thing in the world, isn't it? Love is the cohesive energy that brings things together that belong together and maintains them in harmony and balance. So as long as that love is present, things are just fine. Let's just say it. I am love. And let's see, what do we want? Let's light a candle for joy. Joy is that childlike bubbling up, strutting around, having a great time. You can't help it. Joy just is natural, and it happens. We see it in children, it down and talk them out of it, but it's still there. It's in each one of us. So let's just say it. I am joy. And of course, light. We're all made of light. Do you know that? That's what we really are. Light is everywhere. And so let's radiate our light as we go out into the world. We have so much to give. Let's have fun doing it. I am light. I am light. Okay, we have a closing song. If you'll stand and sing it out loud.
Open your heart, let your love go free, out over the ocean, right across the sea. Let it flow like a river, let it fly like a dove, till your heart remembers you can't stop love. Once you get it started, watch what it does. It'll go full circle. You can't stop love. One more time. Open your heart, let your love go free, out over the ocean, right across the street. Let it flow like a river, let it fly like a dove, till your heart remembers you can't stop love. Once you get it started, watch what it does. It'll go full circle. You can't stop love.
Thank you, Tim. And thank you to all our volunteers today. I'm sorry I didn't mention that. I don't have a script. But we're always grateful for everything you do. And I consider everybody here a volunteer. So thank you so much. All right, let's go have some coffee and refreshments.
Very good. That's That's the best process I've seen yet.
I know.